Now, for some weird reason, this is a really weird reason. For some really weird reason, I have not been able to stop thinking about animated characters. Not in a weird way, because I know what you guys just thought. I know what idea just popped into your head. Not in that way. I'm talking about, I just made a video about Curious George. More specifically, about how them taking Curious George off the air is leading to the decline, essentially the fall of Western society. Now, this episode is not that schizo. It's not that deep. It's not that weird. This is just a very wholesome kind of feeling, you know? And that's Shaggy. More specifically, Shaggy from Scooby Doo. Now, I love Scooby Doo. I love Scooby Doo. I love the animated TV series, the original, like back from like the 60s. I like, every iteration, the live action movies. I haven't seen anything within like the last 10 years or so. But Scooby Doo was a huge part of my childhood. Huge. Major part of my childhood. And as a result, I can really connect with all of the characters. But Shaggy stands alone. Obviously, my favorite character is Scooby. But that's like saying, oh, Michael Scott is my favorite character in The Office. It's like, no shit. No shit. My favorite character in Halo is Master Chief. What's yours? Unnamed Grunt, number 582? You get my point? So besides Scooby-Doo, of course, there's Shaggy. That is the duo, the comedic duo of the Mystery Gang. Even though you shouldn't call them the gang, that's kind of a negative connotation now. The Mystery Group. But Shaggy is very, very different. He has a unique character type. Basically, maybe not in the originals, but in the newer ones, it's very clear that he is a stoner. But it's a children's program, so they never come out and say it. And that's what I like. That's how it should be. You can have, that's the thing. There are no more adult jokes in movies and TV shows, Like you watch Minions, it's like the kids' jokes are fart jokes and the adult jokes are like the minion wearing a bra. It's not the same. You don't have that, Gru's like secretly a pedophile or something. You don't have any adult jokes, but you have Shaggy, who's very clearly a stoner. Very, very clearly. But he's also funny in the way that he eats a lot. Quite a bit. He eats as much as Scooby-Doo, but he's so skinny. Now, is this because of his metabolism or because he's always being chased by ghouls and monsters? I don't know. I don't know. I am not a dietitian. But I do understand comedy very clearly. Very clearly. I have studied comedy for many years. Many years. I am intelligent enough to where when I see a man eating a 30-foot sandwich and his belly balloons up and then, he sees a monster and his belly just shrinks, step back down, and then he starts running away. That is comedy, folks. Why didn't they have Shaggy at the Riyadh Comedy Festival? You had all these nobodies. They didn't even invite me. How come I didn't get to go to the Riyadh Comedy Festival? You know, Shaggy is the epitome of good character design. Iconic. He's iconic. Red pants, green shirt, shaggy hair. Literally in the name. But it's like 60s and 70s Shaggy. It's not long Shaggy. It's like, I don't know if it's a bowl cut. It's not a bowl cut, but it's like an unkempt, shaggy-ish hair. But it's important, I'm sure everyone has a favorite, like, animated character. If you're old as shit, it's like Betty Boop. You know? If you're like old as fuck, it's like Betty Boop and like Steamboat Willie. Like there were kids back in the 30s that watched Steamboat Willie and it blew their minds. Absolutely blew their minds. And now we have like Skibbity Toilet. God, this is getting too much in the Curious George episode. I'm going to wrap this up. I can't help but be pessimistic about the reality of the world because I love history. And I see characters like Shaggy and Scooby and, all these animated shows, Hanna-Barbera, Roadrunner, Daffy Duck, all these characters. And then I see fucking Skibbity Toilet. Or like the brain rot, the woman where it's like woman legs, but like a cappuccino for a head. What's her name? Whatever the fuck. Fortnite made a skin about that. It's over. It's over. It's over. Wow. This was pretty much like a part 2 to that one episode, but I'm not going to call it a part 2. It's a spiritual successor. You can connect the dots. You can connect the dots. So anyway, to wrap this shit up, I appreciate you listening, and I will see you tomorrow.